Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Zoe Zosaya. I'm an artist, philosopher, creative powerhouse, and I talk about things that matter. So this video, I want to talk about manifesting, and specifically, I am learning to manifest. And when I say learning in the sense of we are always exploring and fine-tuning ourselves to be better. And with manifesting, that's no difference. And it's very curious because I have been awakening myself, trying to become conscious of my unconscious beliefs and actively co-create with the universe my own reality as to my own liking for a while now. I've been experimenting for a bit now, and I would say that I have been digging deep within my soul and like awakening all of these rough parts in myself that has been keeping me stuck, and then dissolving them so I can move on to the next step of my life and live in my full potential. Beautiful, amazing, we love that. So obviously in this process I come across peculiar little thought experiments that I thought it would be interesting to share. So currently I am in a really good place. I truly have manifested my whole current reality together. I have been going through a lot of changes, a lot of big changes, and everything just seems to come with such ease. I had been pushed to leave my old apartment, and I found a beautiful, grand new one in a housing crisis. They tried to not let me graduate, but I fought and worked for it, and now I'm on track to graduate. And while I was going through these uncertainties, and I was really like in this in-between phase of like, I have to move, where do I go, where can I go, what will happen to me, and they tell me I'm not allowed to graduate. What can I do? What am I allowed to do? What other possibilities are there? I had to have a lot of faith, and it's this dynamic between doing everything you can to make happen what you want to happen versus not actually caring if that's what you're fighting for is what you're gonna get. And there is the magic, because this is how I acted with, for example, getting my apartment. First, I got a viewing for a whole different apartment, which was also beautiful and way bigger than I was used to, but it was too far out of the city. It was like half an hour out of the city. I did not like that, but I was also a bit like, whoa, I have been looking for housing for how many months now, and this is the first viewing I got. I almost felt like, shit, I have to get it. But I sat with myself and with Source, and I was like, how we're supposed to do it in manifesting. Thank you, Source. You gave me something that's very close to what I desire. A new, beautiful, big apartment. But you almost got it right. I would like to have an apartment closer to the city. Please arrange that for me. And I rejected that first apartment, which was very scary to do. Don't get me wrong, because again, I didn't know if I would get another viewing. I did feel this kind of lack, thoughts and parasites going in my head, but I said no. So then I got a viewing for my current apartment, which was absolutely my dream apartment. It was very peculiar, like it truly felt like the universe gave me this apartment on a golden platter. We had to write a motivation letter to even go to the viewing. I saw this apartment and it was beautiful, wonderful, everything I wanted, all of my requirements, it was passing. So now I was like, yes, this is it. This is a full yes. This is beautiful. This is the apartment I want to get. So I started acting, and feeling and making myself feel like, oh yes, I already got this apartment, thank you so much. I sent an extra email to the rental company to really show that I want this apartment, please give it to me, this is perfect to me. And at the same time, though I was, to everybody I met, they asked me, oh, how was the viewing? I was like, this is my apartment, I got it. Even though I hadn't gotten it yet, I was like persisting in that feeling of like, I got it, oh my god, let's celebrate it already, this is mine. I thanked God and I was like, wow, God, thank you, you are doing really well, like this is exactly what I want. But at the same time I was like, if I do not get it, that means God will have an even better option in mind for me. So I was able to persist in the state of this apartment is mine, and if it isn't, there will be even something better, because I've been proven that once rejection happens, only better comes back into my reality. And the same for my graduating, where they told me I was not allowed to graduate, but that honestly doesn't fit in my timeline. I felt like, no, I need to graduate and I need to move the heavens to make this happen. But at the same time, I was like, if this is truly a sign for me to not graduate this year, and if this is truly the better path that I need to take, so not graduating this year and having other opportunities this year, then I will accept that. And I will make this year work even if I'm not graduating. So again, I was doing everything. I was writing emails, I was like putting in the work, I was working every day so I could show my mentors and the exam boards that yes, I should graduate. Please, this is all the work I did. Please, I'm so passionate about this. This needs to happen for me. And at the same time, I made peace within myself that, okay, I'm fighting for this. Obviously I have to fight for this, but if it doesn't happen, that's okay. And so here is where the learning comes in, because another thing that I'm trying to manifest into my life is this great, beautiful romance. And there are great, beautiful people in my life. But I also have to admit to myself that they might not be showing up how I would like them to be. They might be not super perfect. And this is a curious thing. So I do not think I have much wounding within myself about like security and career-wise. I know I'm a good artist. I know that I will always have a house and be provided for. I do have wounding around love. So here it comes in that in partnership, I am so in love with these people. I'm like, yes, thank you, universe. This is exactly how I want to feel with my future partner. This is exactly how I want to feel with the person I'm gonna marry. I try to fight to make it happen because I'm like, yes, this is what I want. I feel like this is the right direction for me. But the manifestation doesn't come as easily as with the other two examples, because I still have this attachment to the outcome. Because now I'm suddenly like, I want this one. You showed me this one and he is nice, so give me this one. It's really funny. It's just totally human, because this is where my fear still resides. And how with the other examples, I've been very easily been able to reside in the feeling of, you know, I want this, but if it doesn't happen, then I know there's a better option or a better path for me. And now I'm like, I want this and I want this. And I cannot just let it be. So it's really interesting how I get to practice my manifestation on different areas of my life and see in which different areas with different levels of wounding the manifestation can come in. So in some areas with very little wounding, it comes in with such ease. And then with other areas where there's a bit more wounding, I notice the struggle, and I notice it's hard, and I'm begging, and I'm crying, and I'm so insecure. And it doesn't mean I wasn't crying or insecure with the other manifestations, but it was way easier for me to persist in the feeling. So what this means is that I still have some healing to do, and I still have some work to do, and I still have some caring and regulating myself to do in these other areas, and that's completely fine. So why I wanted to make this video was just to explain like the different processes that have been happening, and maybe to inspire other people to see, maybe you're trying and you're kind of laser focused on trying to manifest this one thing, and you're kicking and screaming and it's not happening. Try another area in your life. Try to see, okay, this thing that I'm trying to manifest is not working. I'm still so attached. I'm still so fearful for not getting what I actually want with this. Let's see you manifesting in an area of life that there isn't as much wounding, where it's maybe easier to set aside this attachment and to just trust that whatever will show up and will be good, but at the same time fight for that specific vision that you want. And then compare and see how your behavior in the one area compares to your behavior in the area that you struggle with. It really helps me, like, okay, yes, I'm struggling maybe with the love department. Sure, that's okay. But I'm not struggling with manifesting. I think if I didn't have these other examples of how I'm aligning my life so perfectly right now, I could get stuck on this one example and be like, fuck, the manifesting isn't working. But I literally have proof otherwise that the manifesting is working. I just have to relax back into this knowing and into this faith and into this belief that the universe is bringing me whatever I need anyway. And yes, I might like this person now and I can do anything I can to make it work with this person, but if it doesn't, there will be another next better person. Maybe for you it's different. Maybe you manifested your perfect love into your life, but you are still struggling to get your career off the ground. Then I am now really trying to reframe my mind of like, but manifesting is easy to me, and I was able to persist and relax in these areas. So what can I learn from myself and from my own example that I set? So yeah, try it. Let me know what are your tips and tricks for manifesting, or maybe your struggles, something that I could help you or answer in the next video. You know, it's a playground. It's a playground. We get to explore. We're literally playing the game of life, and we get to like choose things. We get to try things, and maybe something works out, maybe something that doesn't work out. Maybe you get the beautiful thing that you've always hoped of receiving, and maybe you end up crying, begging on the floor again for the 30th time. But that's okay. That's life. We just move on, reframe ourselves, come back into our knowing, and breathe. And try again. And choose a different choice. That was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And have a lovely, beautiful day. And remember, you are God. You are Source. You are the universe. We are all the universe experiencing itself. Now we get to play.